Hey, welcome to the K0LWCQTH. Can you use a drone to hang a wire antenna? I'm going to show you exactly how I did that over an 80-foot tall tree. Now, the first thing you have to know is that drones are not made to carry a ton of weight. They can carry some, but again, it has to be a relatively light load. So the most important aspect is what rope you're going to use to do the initial run of rope. I'm using this hot pink line here, which is Mason's line. Mason's line is found at any hardware store, very cheap. Get 400 feet of it. It's very durable, and most importantly, it's very lightweight. The next most important thing is to know, how do we get this away from the propellers, right? I want to feel comfortable about getting this away from this propeller. That way it doesn't get wrapped up. Your drone is going to fall out of the sky, number one. Number two, if it does, you're probably going to burn up that motor at the same time. I'm actually using a very high-tech invention here. This is actually a straw cleaner for those that have reusable straws, thanks to my son. So I tightened it on here to the leg using the twist of the metal. I got it tightened down there, although you want to put maybe some tape around here as well, and also recommend putting some tape right here. So again, you want to do this on a day where winds are about 5 miles an hour or less. The less windy it is, the easier it is going to be on you. So let me go ahead and show you what this looks like when this takes flight. So here we have the drone in the air. You can see how the line is offset from the drone. The higher you go, you're going to notice, depending on the wind, that this line begins to arc, kind of like a big letter C. And that is something you'll have to contend with when you're going up and over your tree. Let's take this a little higher and see if I can get that arc, just to kind of show you what I mean. All right, now we're up a little bit higher, and you can see we got a little bit of wind tonight, and you can notice how that line is kind of arcing. And that's something you're going to have to watch as you go up and over your tree. You're going to want to make sure that you get the line placed exactly where you want and account for that arc with the wind, and then correct when you come down on your landing. Another key thing to remember, what I do is I go up twice as high as the tree that I'm trying to go over. The reason I do that is I want to go straight up, over, place the line, and come straight back down on the other side. I don't want to fly diagonally. I want to be able to fly up, over, and straight back down again, because I do not want to try to drag this line across the tree. Look at that arc right there. It's a really good shot. The less windy it is, the easier time you're going to have.
So this is footage actually from the flight where I actually hung the dipole antenna. I'm starting to go up. I have my Mason's line under the drone, and you'll see I'm very slowly putting it up, taking my time, making sure that I'm not going too quickly, that the wind is appropriate. You can see the trees really aren't moving very much. That is why I picked this evening to do this. As we go up, you'll see this large tree right in front of us. That is the top of the tree that I'm using to support the top end of my sloping dipole. What a nice sunset too, right? We're going to have a flash here of ISO. Whoa, overexposed. And so as I go up, I'm going twice as high, and I give myself about another 25 feet of slack beyond the twice as high number to make sure I have plenty of slack to get, again, up, over, and down. Now the camera is going to pan down, and you're going to see a small circular clearing and what looks like a square, like a checkered square sitting on the grass. That is my landing zone. So you can see I have to thread a needle and get in between all these trees in this little pond wetland area. It is very nerve-wracking, but I was successful landing right in that little circular area down there as my wife was getting bombarded with mosquitoes. She still hasn't forgiven me. Now this is the top of the tree. You can see the insulator there, the white rectangular piece toward the top of the frame, and then the black below it, that's actually the rope butted right up against the tree. So again, this is about 70 feet up in the air, and this is the top of that wire. And it slopes downward across my backyard down to about 30 feet on the other side of my property. This antenna works great. This is a ZS6 BKW dipole. It is a multi-band dipole. You can use it without a tuner on 5 bands. And that center insulator piece that we see right there, the white cap, that's at about 42 feet. And then it slopes up to that tree at about just under 70 feet. And then again, the other side slopes down. I need to do some adjusting yet. I can get that center cap up to about 46 or 48 feet once I have everything properly adjusted. I just didn't have time for it in this footage here. Here's another angle of it from the back. You can see it as I kind of drop down and come in on it. That ladder line drops right in the middle of my backyard. It's great. You know, I can easily meet the balun with the coax right there and feed it into my coax entry panel. So can you hang a dipole antenna with a drone? Absolutely. It's a little nerve-wracking, but now that I've done it 3 times, I feel actually really, really good. Oh, hey, there's my VHF UHF Diamond X300. Very nice. Now that I've done it, I feel pretty confident in doing it and knowing how. So don't be scared. It sure beats the heck out of a slingshot, but you got to have calm conditions to do it. Otherwise, you're going to have a hell of a time doing it. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up for all this hard work. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below. I'll catch you again next time.